Hey, y'all doing this? Rob Burnham, Mr. Here for Man R&B, and this is another episode of Richard Lang Comics. This time I'm doing another episode of movie reviews. This time I'm reviewing The Lead of Extraordinary Gentlemen. What happens in this movie is this guy named M is going around recruiting people for The Lead of Extraordinary Gentlemen. And he goes to Alan Quartermain, who is somewhat immortal. The reason he is because as long as he stays in Africa, he can't die. He's pretty much indestructible in Africa because this witch doctor blessed him or whatever. Now he can't die as long as he's in Africa. So he's pretty old, and what happens is M has him go recruit new people for the Lead of Extraordinary Gentlemen. He goes and he recruits this woman who we find out was the wife of the scientist that helped Van Helsing take down Dracula. Going to find out she became a vampire herself. They recruit the Invisible Man, Captain Nemo, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. There's also this immortal guy who I can't remember his name, but there's this magic painting of him, and the painting ages and he stays young. But if he ever is to look upon this painting, he'll wind up decaying and dying. And what happens is, throughout the movie, the Lead of Extraordinary Gentlemen is trying to stop this Phantom character, who is the bad guy. Trying to find out, Phantom is actually M, who is actually Moriarty, this evil scientist. And he faked the Lead of Extraordinary Gentlemen to get Quartermain and everybody else together. That way they can get samples of their DNA so they can make duplicates of people with the same special powers as the Lead of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Come to find out, the guy who is alive because the magic painting is working with him. And what happens is toward the end of the movie, they have this big final fight, and Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde has to fight an evil version of himself that drunk all the potion or whatever, or the elixir or whatever you want to call it, and he became this big behemoth, even bigger than Hyde. So he has to defeat him. Him and Captain Nemo defeat that version of the monster. There's also a guy who is invisible, just like the Invisible Man, and all this other stuff. And that's pretty much all that really happened. My question for y'all is, if y'all have ever watched The Lead of Extraordinary Gentlemen, what y'all like about it? As always, Rob Burnham, and Kid Man on the sign out. Guys, also, see y'all.